Q Wilder. Today I'm going to talk about how my grandmother got caught cheating with a married man. I would say I'm about 8, 9 years old. You know, it was a nice summer day. You know, I'm about to go bike riding with my friends. So we in the backyard, we working on our bikes. My homeboy, he got the wrench, I got the vice grips. We getting ready to ride out. So we chilling in the backyard. It's just a regular day. We about to go bike riding. I'm just trying to get out the house. If I get caught wasting too much time in the backyard, my grandmother...
You're like, yo, come inside.
So I'm just trying to fix the bikes and go. So my grandmother, she had this boyfriend. We call him Mr. J. We in the backyard, we working on our bikes. And we see Mr. J come around the corner. And we're like, hey, Mr. J. And he goes, hey, boy, where's your grandma at? She's inside upstairs. So I holler up to the window, Nana. You know, I call my grandma Nana. So I'm talking to him. See this lady peek around the corner. Yo, when I saw this lady, she was looking spooky. First of all, she was barefoot, and she had rollers in her hair. When I looked at her, I thought she was crazy. You know how you just look at someone for the first time and you know something's wrong with them? Something was wrong with this lady. So I said, hey, Mr. J, is that your friend behind you? He turns around, what you doing here? So she starts yelling at him. I'm not sure what she said. I'm not sure what he said. I'm worried about getting my bike together. So my grandma hears what's going on.
Q, come upstairs now.
Thinking, oh...
Bring your friends in the house, too.
Word, I got company? So I'm like, yeah, come on inside, guys. Yeah, we gonna watch TV. You know, I'm thinking, yeah, well, I got company. I'm never allowed to have company. You know, I was one of those kids. I'm never allowed to have company. So I was just like, yeah, it's on. So we go upstairs. My grandma was like,
You just go sit in the living room.
she called my mom. So my mom and grandma, they go to the front window. We hear horns blowing, people screaming. Me and my friends and my grandma and mom's looking out the front window. Don't you know Mr. J was standing on the sidewalk across the street? This woman got a rock in one hand and a rock in the other hand, and Mr. J is holding her wrist like this, like, woman, calm down. Woman, calm down. I see him. I'm like, hey, Mr. J. Grandma. I got the smack in the head for calling out to Mr. J. I guess we wasn't supposed to be under the window. So she closed the blinds, you know, you could look through the crack. Cause we all peeping. My grandma said,
Go sit down in the living room.
we went straight to the other window on the other side of the room. We were looking out at the window. You know, Mr. J is like 6 feet tall. You know, he's a big dude. He got a belly. So he's wrestling with this woman across the street in his church shoes. The lady's barefoot with rollers in her hair. And I'm thinking, why is Mr. J fighting this woman? Cars are driving by, beeping, and he was looking at the cars like, call the police, call the police. Yo, she crazy, call the police. And all the cars driving by, white people, black people, people going to church, people coming home from church, they all looking at him and blowing their horn, you know, because he's a big dude holding on to this woman. So all the neighbors come to the, you know all the neighbors are at the window. I look across the street, people looking out their window. I look at the other house, and people looking out their window. I look at the car on the corner. They got the green light, and they stop to see what's going on. So Mr. J, I guess he felt the only way he could fix this situation is to run for it. So he shook the rocks out this lady's hand. She dropped the rocks, and yo, in his church shoes. Old people back in the day, they used to wear church shoes, you know, part of the outfit. In his church shoes, he just dipped. Now, he wasn't dipping like this running. You know, he's a big guy, so he was running like this. I never see Mr. J run, ever. You know, the dude was smooth, but when I saw him running, everyone started to laugh. My grandma laughed, my mom laughed, my friends laughed, the people across the street laughed, because it's this Frankenstein-looking brother. So he's running, right? We're thinking, oh man, what's gonna happen? He got away. She picked up these rocks, big rocks, like heavy rocks, like 3-pound rocks, you know, rocks on the side of the road rocks, you know. She picked up 2 rocks, she took that one rock, flung it. The rock landed by his feet, and he's running. So he's getting further away from us. She throws that second rock. It's flying through the air. Like, she got air. She must play baseball or something. You know, these are old people. You know, these people are old to me. I'm pretty sure all of them was over 50. Mr. J, he's running. He looks back. And as he looked back, the rock hit him on the shoulder, right right here. He missed his face like that much. It went like that. We felt bad for him after that. My mom was like, oh. And the kids was just like shocked, like, what's going on? We laughed about it later, but we was just like quiet because if we made noise, you know. But my grandma, she was laughing. She laughed like. So Mr. J in his church shoe, he's coming to the corner, and you know there's bushes. So once he turns the corner, he's safe. So he had to go in this corner, it's concrete, you know, it's one of them broken up sidewalks. So there's pebbles and he's making moves. So he's running. He makes that corner. Homeboy lifted maybe a foot. He scratched the ground like 4 or 5 times in his church shoes. He did this dance on the corner like. Almost fell. Like if he fell, he would have been done. That woman would have got up to him and just jerked him. My grandma, he almost got caught because that lady was running full speed, barefoot. You saw her ashy feet. Her feet was ashy, like just running through the desert ashy. So she had mad grip. My grandma, the lady's barefoot with rollers in her hair. She dips around the corner. Show's over then. So later on, after all the drama goes down, cops drive by. Ladies nowhere to be seen. We saw Mr. J drive off. I don't know how that lady got there. I don't know if she ran in bare feet or if she got a ride or if she took a cab because she had to follow him to the house to sneak up. I didn't know who any of these people were. Months later, people gossiping and whatnot. I find out that that's Mr. J's wife. I'm confused. I'm like, why is Mr. J coming over to my grandma's house, taking us out to dinner, taking us to the park, taking us to the beach, traveling down south with each other? I'm like thinking, is she married? And it still didn't get it. Years later, it comes to me, and I'm like, oh, shoot. My grandma was the other woman. Scandalous. Scandalous. My grandma, I just had no clue what was going on. I think if my grandma was in the backyard with us, my grandma would have some issues. Ooh, I'm glad she was upstairs. Well, that's the story. Anyhow, this is Q Wilder, and I'm always keeping it sexy.